J. Marshall Craig. I'm a producer on Remembering Nigel, an Australian film which contains a number of high-profile cameos from American actors, but it is an Australian film by noted, acclaimed, award-winning filmmaker Frank Housen, which was several years in the making because it's all digital, shot on PAL and NTSC HD formats. Which is quite an undertaking, matching these two formats. So in that, we sort of did the impossible. Frank did the impossible. Our intent for the film, of course, has been the usual annual cascade of film festivals, starting with Sundance and on through the year, Palm Springs, for instance, and especially some of the Hollywood area festivals. And I got a call. Well, this is the Saturday, the 21st, second day into the Paso Robles Digital Film Festival. I got a call less than a week ago telling me that we were invited here. We'd not applied to this festival because it simply seemed too soon for us. We had not the posters made, the film itself was not done, and of course was halfway around the world. And I became so excited about what Benford had in mind with this festival and the format and the integration of the music and the celebration of the digital format that I talked to Frank, spoke to some of the actors in LA, some of the cast, and as it turned out, none of the cast was able to come up simply because there was enough distance and enough lack of timing and notice that they were not able to come, such as Martin Landau and Sally Kirkland and some people that Frank Housen mentioned in his interview. But I talked to Frank about it, and I said, yeah, listen, with the music, all of our friends who've done the soundtrack, Jack Tempchin, Keith Potker from The Seekers in Australia, who appears in the film.
Two boys, all years apart, skinning our knees, leading with our heart. I dream a dream, the two of us rambling free.
And on and on. With the music component, the celebration, the digital aspect of this, I said, why don't we try and pull this off? Why don't we got a week. And it was literally hours before Frank on the plane that he had basically the final version of the film. There are a few tweaks he wants to do because he's the creator, the director, and he will never be finished with it, I don't think, in his mind. I hope not, actually. I think that passion will always be there for Frank, as it is with all his past films, the way he speaks of them as children. But we managed to pull it off. Frank got over here with Keith Potker. They came on the same flight. I picked them up. I picked up our friend Terry Reid, the legendary English rock and roll singer. I picked him up in LA to appear at the music portion of the festival on Thursday. So we rolled in here at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Within 12 hours, basically, of them having to take the stage. Musically in support of Remembering Nigel. And now we've been going through the motions of finding a proper screening room, and just as backup, we brought a PAL player because, of course, we didn't have the time to print the posters or convert the film to NTSC. But we suspect we'll be screening it sometime later today and continue to manage to pull off the impossible, I hope.